Hi guys, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always having you here. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has cautioned that the recent judgment by the Kenya High Court, which ruled the abduction and extraordinary rendition of its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, as illegal and unconstitutional, must not be used as a legal basis to stop his ongoing trial in Nigeria. In a statement signed by Barrister Onyekachi Ifede on the behalf of IPOB Directorate of Legal Affairs, the group acknowledged the judgment of the Kenyan court but emphasized that Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja is constitutionally barred from acting contrary to the Supreme Court of Nigeria's ruling on the matter. While we acknowledged and commend the Kenyan judiciary for upholding the rule of law and condemning the illegal actions that led to our leaders' abduction and torture. We find it necessary to clarify the fundamental constitutional limitation under Nigeria's legal system. The statement read, citing Section 287, 1 in brackets, of the 1999 Constitution, IPOB stressed that all subordinate courts are required to comply with the decisions of the Supreme Court. The decisions of the Supreme Court shall be enforced in any part of the Federation by all authorities and persons and by courts with subordinate jurisdiction to that of the Supreme Court. IPOB quoted the Constitution as stating, the group noted that the Supreme Court had remitted the matter to the lower court for trial, despite acknowledging that Kanu was subjected to what it termed a criminal abduction and unlawful rendition. According to IPOB, Justice Omotosho is duty bound to abide by the judgment regardless of its controversy or flaws. No trial court, regardless of circumstances, is permitted to override, ignore, or set aside a Supreme Court judgment, IPOB said. His leadership, Justice James Omotosho, may take judiciary notice of errors, and there were significant errors in the lead judgment, but he cannot act upon them unless and until the appeals court overrules itself. So the group reference Ruski v versus ABC Limited, 1993, 8 NWLR PT 312 382, which held that lower courts must obey the Supreme Court pronouncement, no matter how manifestly bad or perceived they may appear. So IPOB accused the Supreme Court of ignoring critical safeguards that should have voided Kanu's trial. These include Section 15 of Nigeria's Extradition Act, which prohibits prosecution for offenses outside the terms of extradition. The precedent in Gabriel Ezeze versus the States, 2004, and NWLR PT 875 in bracket 433, which mandates the consent of the surrounding state, Kenya, in this case, for any new charges. Violations of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, especially Articles 5, 6, and 7, prohibiting torture, unlawful detention, and denial of fair trial. Breaches of the International Covenant uh, on Civil and Political Rights, ICCPR, to which Nigeria is a party, including Article 7, 9, 13, and 14, Why the Supreme Court ignored these foundational principles is a mystery to many, IPOB said, adding that strong illegal arguments exist that the judgment was given per incrim without reference to relevant legal principles or status. Nevertheless, IPOB concluded that only the Supreme Court itself can reverse or overrule which a decision citing Adisa versus Onyiwole 2000 uh, and the group argued that which the ruling of the Kenyan High Court was significant. It carries no binding authority in Nigeria courts unless domesticated through treaty ratification under Section 12 of the Constitution. Okay, guys, what they are trying to say here is that there is already an existing court order, okay, that discharged and acquitted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That was in 2022. So that is what they are trying to say here, that Justice James Omotosho should go back to that judgment because the court judgment is still existing. So nobody should just talk about this, Kenya, this, and that. That is what they are saying. That there is a court that discharged and acquitted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu here in Nigeria, and the other court is supposed to abide on that. So I'm dropping it here. Please drop your comment below the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share this video, make it go viral so that Nigerians could understand waiting they happen today in the Nigerian political landscape. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.